Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be following a Bob Ross tutorial. If you're wondering who's Bob Ross, genuinely get some help, my guy. Anyways, I thought it was a cool idea. There is one thing though, he paints on a physical canvas and I'm a digital artist. So, if you're wondering, Sai, how are you gonna draw like Bob Ross? I don't know. So I'm just gonna be using the default Clip Studio paint brushes and hope it turns out kinda good. I don't know, bro. I have never drawn or painted, I've never done oil painting. Anyways, let's just start.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the 24th Joy of Painting series.
Yeah, so that is Bob Ross. See how welcoming he is?
Maybe we'll have a beautiful little sky that's just full of warm colors that, as I say, sort of makes you feel good when you look at it.
Alright, after drawing that, I just realized how hard it is to draw with a paintbrush. This is the first time ever I'm using that brush, and I have no idea how it works. Please don't mind my strokes, they kind of look really ugly though. Yeah, I can't do anything. Maybe because it's not a physical canvas, and I think it's because I'm slow. Yeah, it's definitely because I'm slow, or I'm just plain bad, you know. Yeah, okay, so without any more further yapping, I guess I'm gonna just draw it. Let's just see how it goes, shall we? Let's just draw along.
Lavender color, we'll just fill in the top of the sky. Phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. And you can take this to the blue side or the red side, just sort of depends on your mood and how you feel. It's strictly and completely up to you. Maybe I tell you what, look here. Add a little bit more color to my brush. Maybe in our world there lives, yep, you're right, just a happy little cloud up here. We can make the indication of a little cloud just by tapping. There he is. There he is. Little cloud, oh, big cloud. And just beat the devil. That really is the fun part of this whole technique. Yep, does now. Our mountain lives right there. With a very firm pressure, just literally push the paint right into the fabric. Right into the fabric. This is a chance to really get tough. Take out all your frustrations and hostilities and whatever. Maybe there's another little peak right there. Wherever you want them. Wherever you want them. This technique is so fantastic because it allows you individuality. We use no patterns, no tracings. We just want to show you technique and turn you loose on the world. Because the canvas is wet, you can move this paint. You can pull it. It'll slide right on top of there. Just like so. Now if we had a dry canvas, at this point you'd be in agony city, because its paint will not move like it does on this wet surface.
Yeah, he's right. I am in agony city. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm so bad.
And that's what the liquid white does. It allows us to actually blend color right up here. Blend color. And it's also an excellent way here of laying out your whole mountain. By pulling it in the direction like this, downward, you can begin laying out all different ideas for highlights and shadows in your mountain without being committed.
You're wondering, Sai, why are you erasing your artwork? Bob Ross isn't doing that. Well, buddy, I'm just bad, and it's okay if I do it.
Black on a grayish color. So just black and white. Like that. There, just makes it a little, but I want to leave it sort of marble, so there's a lot of things happening in there. Pull the paint out, and once again, our little roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. Touch, no pressure, and just follow right down the mountain there. But no pressure, absolutely no pressure. There, if you've painted with us before, you've probably heard me talk about when I was teaching my son Steve to paint. I used to tell him just to pretend that he was a whisper that just floated right across the mountain. And that way he understood how delicate of a touch. So maybe that's a good analogy, good way to remember it. Just be a whisper that floats across here. Very delicate. And by applying no pressure, it allows this paint to break. In other words, it leaves all these little holes in it. And that's what really makes it look neat. Makes it look like a mountain. And it's very simple. There. Now let's make us a shadow color. For that, we'll use a little white. And now we can begin putting in the indication of all kinds of little shadows in there. I'm going to add just a touch more blue to my color, just so it shows up a little better and you can see it. There. There. Little touch in here. Every highlight needs its own individual shadow. If it doesn't have its own shadow, it just sort of lays there dead. It won't play with you. There. Something like that. And you can sort of play back and forth. Maybe you want to go back in here and just change the shape of this a little bit so it has a little more character to it. You can do that because on this piece of canvas you have total and complete power. You can literally do anything here. You have ultimate power on this piece of canvas. Shoot, when I go home, I don't have power over anything but the garbage, but here, this is my world. And I can do anything here. I can move mountains. Change the course of rivers. Anything that I want to do. There.
Okay, so yeah, I think my laptop had enough of what I was doing. I mean, it was so laggy, and yeah, that's it. So that's it for this video. Yeah, do let me know if you liked it, or should I do content like this, or anything you want me to do. Yeah, do comment down some content suggestions. I'm really not thinking of much. Anyway, like and subscribe for future videos. And one last thing I got for y'all is stay freaky, my guys. Peace.